Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the R.A. McGee Correctional Training Center. This is the graduation ceremony for the Basic Correctional Officer Academy, and graduating today is Academy Class 121. And now we will begin with the presentation of our national anthem, and Sergeant Fusi, the program sergeant, will bring the cadets to attention.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rugged red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Correctional Administrator of the R.A. McGee Correctional Training Center, John Spike.
Good afternoon, Academy Class 121. Before we get started, our neighboring law enforcement agency here in Sacramento was devastated with a loss recently. So on Tuesday, January 19th, Sacramento County Sheriff's Deputy Adam Gibson and Canine Officer Riley died after a shootout in Sacramento. Gibson was a 6-year veteran of the Sheriff's Office who has been hailed in the past for his heroism. In 2018, Gibson took action and saved a man who was threatening to jump off a pedestrian bridge on Highway 99. Gibson, quick thinking by directing a tour bus parked under the bridge, and ultimately saved the man's life. Deputy Adam Gibson and Canine Officer Riley, end of watch, January 19th, 2021. At this time, I'd like to take a moment of silence. Please bow your head. Thank you. Also, this graduation ceremony is dedicated in remembrance of retired Correctional Sergeant David Matucci, who passed away last Sunday, January 17th. Sergeant Matucci was with the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation for over 25 years. David was a beloved instructor here and within the department, and mentored and developed future correctional officers within our department until his retirement May 1st, 2020. He is survived by his wife and children and will be sorely missed by everyone who knew him. Now, Academy Class 121. I'd like to thank the opportunity to this graduation and this graduating class for their participation in responding to the current events in which we face, not only daily, weekly, monthly, and in the last almost year. You have shown your abilities to take on a difficult situation, an ever-changing situation, and handling it with grace. I am proud to be standing here before you today in honor of all of you, to your hard work, dedication, and what you have shown in the last 13 weeks of training. This Academy class is comprised of 224 men and women who are going to be graduating and adding to our department's family. And with that, we all welcome you with open arms. When Monday comes and your first day begins, just remember everything you have learned, and don't ever be afraid to ask questions. Just because you are graduating and becoming a sworn correctional peace officer doesn't mean the learning and the experience is ever over. Take what you have demonstrated with your overall determination that you have displayed at this academy and continue that effort every day, not only in your professional career, but also in your personal life. Today we are joined virtually, first time ever, with CDCR dignitaries that took time away from their work to share this day and show their support to all of you, and help me right now in welcoming all our dignitaries. First, Jeff McCumber, Undersecretary, Operations. Jennifer Barreto, Undersecretary, Administration. Amy Miller, Director, Division of Correctional Policy Research and Internal Oversight. Connie Gibson, Director, Division of Adult Institutions. Stacy Lopez, Deputy Director, Peace Officer Selection and Employee Development. Josh Meckley, Captain, Correctional Training Center. And Eric Flores, Program Lieutenant, Correctional Training Center. At this time, I'd like to introduce our keynote speaker today. And before I do that, I'd like to give you all a little background on his career. Mr. McCumber began his career as a correctional officer at Ironwood State Prison from 1993 to 1994. Over the next 10 years, Mr. McCumber held many roles of Associate Governmental Program Analyst and Staff Service Manager 1 at headquarters. Mr. McCumber assumed the role of the Correctional Business Manager located here at the Richard A. McGee Correctional Training Center from 2000 until 2004. Between 2004 and 2007, Mr. McCumber was the Chief of Program Support Unit and the Chief of CDCR's Statewide Transportation Unit. In 2008, he served as the Correctional Administrator of the California State Prison, Sacramento, where he would go on to be the Chief Deputy Warden and ultimately a Warden from 2013 to 2016. Following his tenure at California State Prison, Sacramento, he became Deputy Director of Facility Support with the Division of Adult Institutions until 2018. In 2019, Mr. McCumber served as the Director of Corrections Services for the California Correctional Healthcare Services and then Undersecretary of Administration. In October of 2020, Mr. McCumber landed in his current role as the Undersecretary of Operations. Please welcome Undersecretary Jeff McCumber.
Thank you for inviting me to join you today for this important milestone. I am honored that you have chosen to begin your career with one of the finest correctional departments in the world. As I look at these fine officers, I know that among you are future parole agents, future wardens, future directors, perhaps even the future Undersecretary of Operations. I did sit where you sat 28 years ago today. I remember I had three thoughts. I was glad I was finally done. I was excited to start my new career. And third, I was hoping for short speeches because I had to drive to Blythe. I want to take a moment to acknowledge the families and loved ones who have supported you throughout this process. While it takes courage to wear the badge, the sacrifices and dedication of our families cannot be understated. You are entering this career at a time unlike any in our profession's history. The COVID-19 pandemic has impacted every aspect of our operations, and I'm truly thankful to the dedicated peace officers who continue to come to work each day. I urge you to ask them questions, to learn from them, and understand the vital role you all play in public safety. When it's your turn to be the mentor, remember how important mentors were to your success. The Academy has challenged you both physically and mentally. I am confident that the skills you have gained from your training will serve you well in your professional careers. As graduates, you have been trained in the skills that will better prepare you for the field. Don't forget that one of the most important tools in your belt is communication. Whether you are responding to an incident or having a conversation with an inmate, recognize the most effective type of communication to use in each instance will serve you not just in de-escalating conflict at work, but also in your roles as family members, community members, and role models. Each of you has learned about the CDCR mission, and you are now part of an exceptional team that values public safety and the important role we have in operating safe and secure prisons where inmates can positively program. While COVID-19 has suspended most group programming, we are working hard to get back to our business of preparing people to return to their communities with the skills, knowledge, and professional certifications that will enable them to positively contribute to society. In the coming days, you will join your fellow peace officers and non-sworn colleagues in working to ensure the operations run efficiently and smoothly under challenging conditions. Each of you plays a vital role in public safety. We recognize and value the work that you will do to keep our institutions safe for everyone inside the walls, whether they live or work there. Our success is dependent upon your discipline, respect, and commitment to excellence and to one another. In conclusion, I want to welcome you to the CDCR family. I am honored, truly, to celebrate this important day with you. I look forward to hearing about your hard work in the near future, and I look forward to learning more about your contributions to our department's public safety mission. To everyone in today's graduating class, congratulations and good luck in your career.
Thank you, Mr. McCumber. In order for our mission to be successful, it requires hard work from an entire team. I'd like to thank the entire Correctional Training Center composed of the culinary staff, janitorial, support staff, plant operations, budgets, warehouse, personnel, curriculum development, the canteen, all Academy instructors, and especially today, the Information Technology Group for making this happen. Thank you to the Office of Peace Officer Selection and Commission on Correctional Peace Officer Standards and Training. I want to also give my appreciation to the Division of Adult Institutions and my chain of command for their overall support, continuing training during this catastrophic time, and having the complete confidence in all of us who do this day in and day out to facilitate this and get you through the training. Also, at this time, I'd like to introduce and acknowledge and thank the company commanders who played such a crucial and creative role for this class especially. Alpha Company, Sergeant Chappelle. Bravo Company, Sergeant Salma. Charlie Company, Sergeant Benavides. Delta Company, Sergeant Barraza. Echo Company, Sergeant Tapiz. Fox Company, Sergeant Holmes. Mike Company, Sergeant Taragawa. November Company, Sergeant Trevino. Oscar Company, Sergeant Keeler. Papa Company, Sergeant Nuno. Quebec Company, Sergeant Sampley. And Romeo Company, Sergeant Sanchez. Additionally, I would like to acknowledge and thank our program staff, Lieutenant Flores, and Sergeants Fusi, Hutchinson, and Willock for their dedication and hard work with this graduating class. Everybody has done so much to make this day happen for all of you. Now I'd like to invite the Academy Commander, Josh Meckley, to the podium to continue with the Code of Ethics and present the administration of oath.
Good afternoon, Academy Class 121. Just trying to see if you guys are still awake. All right, before we get started in the home stretch of our ceremony, I want to cover a couple of things. Throughout your guys' career, there's going to be pressure and there's going to be challenges. Look what you guys have already overcome during one of the most challenging events in our history. The sacrifices you guys have already made. You could have folded and given into those challenges. Instead, you guys use them as an opportunity to rise above it and make it to today. COVID-19 has taught me a few things, but I want to share this with you. I want you guys to take every opportunity in life to inspire those around you. Whether it be at home with your families or at work, inspire everyone to be great. When you learn and you find the ability to inspire those around you, trust me, you guys are going to start to realize the effect that it has. During such crazy times, it helps when you find ways to surround yourself with positivity. You guys ready? Sergeant Fusi, prepare the cadets for the reading of the Code of Ethics and the administering of the oath.
As a law enforcement officer, my fundamental duty is to serve the community, to safeguard lives and property, to protect the innocent against deception, the weak against oppression or intimidation, and the peaceful against violence or disorder, and to respect the constitutional rights of all people to liberty, equality, and justice. I will keep my public and private life unsullied as an example to all, and will behave in a manner that does not bring discredit to me or my agency. I will maintain courageous calm in the face of danger, scorn, or ridicule, develop self-restraint, and be constantly mindful of the welfare of others. Honest in thought and deed in both my personal and official life. I will be exemplary in obeying the law and the regulations of my department. I will never act officiously or permit personal feelings, prejudices, political beliefs, aspirations, animosities, organizational associations, or friendships to influence my decisions. With no compromise for crime and with relentless prosecution of criminals, I will enforce the law courteously and appropriately without fear or favor, malice or ill will, never employing unnecessary force or violence, and never accepting gratuities. Confidential information received in my official capacity shall remain undisclosed unless disclosure is necessary in the performance of my duty. I will never engage in acts of corruption, bribery, insubordination, or the obstruction of justice, nor will I condone such acts by other peace officers. I will immediately report acts of misconduct by staff of my agency and cooperate with all legally authorized agencies and their representatives in the pursuit of justice. I know that I alone am responsible for my own standard of professional performance and will take every reasonable opportunity to enhance and improve my level of knowledge and competence.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name. Recognize the badge of my office as a symbol of public faith, and I accept it as a public trust to be held so long as I am serving as a law enforcement officer. I will constantly strive to achieve these objectives and ideals included in the Law Enforcement Code of Ethics, dedicating myself before all present to my chosen profession, law enforcement. Congratulations, guys. Welcome to the family. At this time, I'd like to thank our keynote speaker, Mr. Jeff McCumber, and everybody that was involved in their dedication to make this ceremony happen today. Sergeant Fusi, prepare the correctional officers for dismissal.
Cadet class 121, congratulations, you are dismissed.